We know how to do only 3 things: play video games, get you laughing, and keeping it gangster. This is Sometimes Joey Plays on YouTube and Twitch.
This is the network of sports entertainment. Nobody knows sports like we know sports. Yeah, we may not have any of those teams you like, but we have all sport. And if it's not a sport, trust us, we'll find a way to make it one. Nose.
Who is ready to be miserable? Welcome, everyone. Happy Memorial Day from my parents' basement in the United States. My name is Joey. Sometimes I play games, and sometimes we have to do that on Memorial Day, fixing the... There we go. Make sure you guys have the audio there. Again, happy Memorial Day. I'm joined by Gary Nuts, Jake Summer, and Tabitha for our final game of this Memorial Day weekend special. And I have felt the tension from the partner to my left and the partner to my right. Tabitha seems to be the only one just kind of going with the 2 men have told me, let's not exchange pleasantries. Let's just start with the starting lineups. And I guess I will just go I'll do the home team. Tabitha can do the away for the Super Duper Bombers. Hang on one second. Wait a second. I just realized something. The Red Sox are not 1-6. They're not like us. I believe that they were. In fact, we can just go back and look. I'm pretty sure it was 3-4. Or, in fact, we can just go back and look. I'm pretty sure it was 3-4 or something like that. That was a mistake I actually made in backyard football the other day. Was the they are. It's easier if I look over here. 3-4. Okay, so they're 3-4. Let's just update that like so. They should not be in the same neighborhood as us. There we go. All right, let's get this show going. Vicky Kawaguchi is going to lead off and play in right field, batting second and center. Luann Louis. Batting third at short is Stephanie Morgan, who does have a added running point today. Billie Jean Blackwood will bat fourth, playing at third. Batting fifth, Annie Frazier at first base. Kenny Kawaguchi is at second base. We'll explain momentarily. He will be batting sixth. Sydney Weber will be batting seventh on the pitcher's mound. We want to do a little something different. Who knows? You never know, and maybe we don't want to be here all night. Ricky Johnson is in left field, batting in the 8th spot, and rounding out the order behind the plate is Terry Bone. Okay, Tabitha, go ahead.
Okay, happy Memorial Day, everyone. So, leading off in... almost said center field. There we go. Okay. Holly Franklin is going to lead off at catcher. Batting second in center field is Davy Marion. Batting third at second base is Jay Green. Batting fourth in left field is Henry Deschutes. I think that's how it is. Batting fifth on the mound is Sally Dobbs. You go girl. Batting sixth at first base is Sophie Meyer. Batting seventh at shortstop is a computer animated version of Nomar Garcia Parra. I could do the role. Parra. Oh, that's close. Okay. And then after that, it's Arlene Perez in right field, and batting ninth and rounding out the order at third base is Parker Collum. Yeah.
Well done, Tabitha, and let the torture begin. Usually I say let the recording begin. It's now let the torture begin.
I'm gonna ace this one.
Sydney Weber is on the mound. Oh yeah, this is a home game, by the way. I forgot that we even had a home field, and it's really a shame that we couldn't get a single win from any of those road fields. That could have been at least a bit of a help with things like the short outfield in Steel Stadium. And now we're back to this mess of Sandy Flats. Holly Franklin swings at the second pitch of the ball game to the right side. Got a little bit of speed. Sydney Weber covers and is able to make the throw to first for the out. So Sydney Weber does have some decent pitching skill numbers. And if you want to be to the true spirit of baseball, here's the true spirit of baseball. A fly ball to center field. Luann Louis waiting underneath and makes the catch for the second out. With Kenny Kawaguchi, he's almost been too good. And it's gotten to the point where these games are going to the 10th inning because he's pitching so well. Now, that's not us saying that, okay, if I put Sidney Weber on the mound, we're going to lose this game in the first inning. But, I don't know. Let's just try something different. You never know if all of a sudden Backyard Baseball 2001 decides to put injuries into the game. Now, that would be interesting if that happened. A little weak pop-up to Stephanie Morgan, and that's the final out at the top of the first, and we go to the bottom already.
Hello, everyone. At least today is raining, Joey, and I can afford to leave my family. I mean, I still was having fun with my grandkids, but, you know, it is what it is.
I guess I'll talk now, too. Hello, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. And second pitch is in there for strike two. Gary, you're a veteran, right?
No.
Oh. Could have sworn. Strike three, and Vicky Kawaguchi is out for the first out of the game for the Bombers.
I can see why, because of the hat and the cigar and everything. Nah, I'm just, I just did a lot of, like, blue-collar work. I wore a military uniform one time. It didn't end well, I'll just say that.
Also, like, today's Memorial Day, not Veterans Day.
Yeah, you're right. No, Tabitha, you are right. I don't know, kind of, sort of goes hand in hand.
I'd be dead for it to be Memorial Day for me.
That's true. And 0-2 pitch. That was a fast one coming in there for ball one. And now 1-2 account on Luann Louie. Sally Dobbs has always been a good pitcher in the Backyard University. You can see why. As Luann Louie strikes out for the second strikeout of the game already early for Sally Dobbs. And now here comes baseball's greatest gift, Stephanie Morgan.
As you can tell, I've modeled my stance off the great Babe Ruth.
How's everyone's Memorial Day?
Good. I had 3 hot dogs today.
3 hot dogs.
3 hot dogs.
I could have 5. It's not a competition, it's a collaboration.
Huh?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Sounds like something you'd say in a relationship dynamic. I still think Jake Summers trying to holler at you, Tabitha.
What? I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, Jake, you're friend zone. Your friend zone. 2-1 pitch is in for strike two, as looks like the Bombers are trying to work the count. I don't know why. It's not like they can, hit a pitch when they get it. You can make contact with it, though. It's not the same as hitting it. Nomar Garcia Parr from deep in the hole. Come on, Stephanie. Come on, Stephanie. Stephanie just barely beats it for the first hit of the game. And, well, if you got tickets to this game or whatever, you may as well go home now. You're not going to be able to beat that. I think we have to put the run on here. She's got a plus running stat today. Let's just go for it. See what happens. First pitch, low for ball one. That's a good throw to second. And it's just I'm too nervous right now. But getting thrown out at second, honestly, I mean, what difference does it really make? Worst comes to worst, we just have Billie Jean leading off. Slow pitch in the inside, ball two. And then, of course, we could hope for a walk, and then that would get a runner to second. Ooh, it sounded nice. It's a high fly ball to left field. It's actually pretty impressive of a swing, and it's going to be caught by the borderline for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no surprises. We end the first inning with no score.
Now that was... I held my breath there, too. It really got some distance, and what's a shame? That might be a home run in Steel Stadium.
I think that's a home run in Steel Stadium. I think so, too. And whatever happened there, we just have to, I guess, remember for next time. A liner to left center field. This might end up being a ground rule double. It splits the gap. Luann Louis is chasing it down. It's still in the park. Getting a relay throw into Stephanie Morgan, but it's a bad throw. And this kid could circle the bases. He's thinking about it. He's running for home, and Stephanie Morgan throws the ball in and is too late. It is a inside the park home run for some kid. I already forget his name. Well, let's at least give him the courtesy of looking up his name. Henry Deschutes has an inside the park home run, and it's a 1-0 Red Sox lead. And now Sally Dobbs hits one to deep left center field, almost in the same spot, but Luann Louis is able to track this down as it hung up just a little bit longer. So an unfortunate play sequence there, because that was a combination of a ball being placed in a perfect spot and our center fielder just not having a strong throwing arm.
The throwing arm was the difference there. The lack of throwing arm, because even the relay throw just wasn't strong enough to keep the Shins at third.
Excuse me. Yeah, what a name. I think that's one of those names of like a developer who worked on the game or something, because I can't imagine anyone honestly making up that name. The 0-2 pitch to Sophie Meyer, the first baseman. She hits this one to left field. It'll stay in the park. Ricky Johnson will make the catch for the second out.
And that's the other thing, going back to that inside the Parker, you said this is going to be a ground rule double. With the sand, that probably kept that thing from rolling past that line out in this left center to make it a ground rule double.
It's almost like the terrain you guys picked actually came into play.
Maybe it did. I guess the properties in the game actually showed up and did what they're supposed to do, really making the difference. If that is perhaps a grass surface, that ball is rolling to pass that, I guess you want to call it a borderline, but if it rolls past it, that's a ground rule double automatically, and we would have taken that. So already early 1-0 Red Sox lead, and you know what? That's not even really on Sydney Weber. That was just, it was hit well, but wasn't crushed. That's just how baseball is sometimes.
I'm gonna try really hard this time.
That's good to know. She's going to try really hard this time. Swung on a miss, strike three. Nomar Garciaparra set down on strikes. The computer-animated child version of Nomar Garciaparra. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the second. And the Bombers have some work to do.
I'm looking for a kind hit here, pitcher.
Now, what we've been saying the past few streams, because this has been torture, this has been unpleasant, this has been tedium. First pitch to Amy Frazier inside, low for strike one, low inside edge. We're willing to try almost anything at this point. That pitch is high for ball one. And it was unfortunate how the last game ended. We had our power at bats and we were in the 10th inning. That is the mercy rule we've put in for ourselves as Frazier takes a pitch inside low for ball two. We had our power at bats, but we didn't have anyone on base, so we didn't use them. Shigino gets hit by that pitch there for ball three. And then the Devil Rays won at the bottom half of the ninth. It just didn't make sense why we didn't use them, and we lost the game 1-0. The Why Are You Betting lines we rarely talk about them because they're really rarely ever any sort of factor, as that pitch is inside for ball four and a leadoff walk for the Bombers. Now, the Red Sox have put up runs in their games, the Backyard Red Sox, and we had them at -2.5 to win by 3. Yikes.
Okay, pitcher,
And an
give me
over
one
of
right
2.5
over the
runs. This is something where, again, if this team can actually score some runs, they probably are going to score more than one. The first pitch is in for a strike.
Is that why Kenny's not? You got money on this game, man?
I wish. I mean, these aren't even real bets. These aren't even real kids playing. No, I don't have money on the game. So I missed strike three by Kenny Kawaguchi. Great job.
How do I place a bet?
Within our universe, I guess there's an app or something. Within the Sometimes Joey Plays universe. In actual real life, no, you can't. Sydney Weber takes the first strike.
I like to play sometimes, but like
I like your channel. Oh. Cindy Weber down early 0-2, only batting .50 in the year. I don't even know where that hit came from. Which is down 0-2, and we have two of the greatest hitters in the world on deck at Ricky Johnson and Terry Boehm. This is a short chopper, and there was a consideration of going to second, and that throw from the catcher was butt juice. Both runners are safe. And now here comes Ricky Johnson, and now the interesting situation gets interesting. What? The interesting situation gets interesting. Another .50 hitter for his average. And we let Sally Dobbs work herself into a bad position. Well, she leads off with strike one.
Sally Dobbs, the loss.
Yeah, that's from the first backyard football video. Pitches high for ball one. Yeah, we have Ronnie Dobbs as her brother as our star quarterback. You know what? I feel okay hitting a bunt or a grounder because that catcher had butt juice throw, and that pitch was too high for Ricky Johnson to make contact. Now down to the count 1-2. With one out in the inning, the Red Sox with an early 1-0 lead in this Memorial Day special. Pitches inside ball two. We had game on Saturday, a game yesterday, and a game here today. It's been a hoot, and this pitch is going to be outside for ball three, a full count to Ricky Johnson. With two runners on, runner in scoring position, could the Bombers actually make something happen? Ricky Johnson makes contact. Unbelievable. And now this throw to first is in time, and that gets Ricky Johnson out. An interesting decision there. They get the force out at first. Both runners advance, but you know what? It is this guy, Terry Boehm, that...
Don't fail me now.
Yeah, bat don't fail me now. The best we can hope for is a walk, honestly. So that's why we swung, right? Strike one to Terry Boehm swinging. This is where, look, I'm all for a challenge, but at some point, it's just impossible. These two runners are going to be stranded. I have a fan going. Sorry, I'm watching the audio levels here as they're going up with this fan at least blowing into the direction of the mic. A pop-up to the right side. It's foul. It's just barely foul. You know, it's kind of interesting that the runners weren't going. I guess that's not an automatic thing, because I thought if that drops, there's a chance for hope. Why not? Let's see if we can fool the AI. No, you can't. As the final out, we go to the top of the third with a score 1-0.
You know what I think?
What?
I hate this.
Yeah, me too. Well, I don't hate it. I just would like there to be something. Arlene Perez to right field. Vicky Kawaguchi, the Swan, catches it like a swan. Parker Collum comes up. So Sydney Weber has actually been a decent pitcher, a decent pitching option. But I thought she didn't want to wear her arm out because of tennis. Surprised there hasn't been a backyard tennis.
That would be interesting. That?
That's what you sound. It would have to be, I guess, a doubles game. And it would probably have to be along the lines of like Mario Party or something. A weird grounder to the left side. Billie Jean comes up with it and makes the throw for the out. I haven't noticed really until being an adult and playing this game that this sandy flats actually really does affect the ball on the ground. There's a ground ball for the third out, and we go to the bottom of the third with the speedsters at the top of the lineup, ready to rock and roll. I didn't hear a single thing she just said. Did you? Did you guys hear that?
No, I'm really not paying attention though. Honestly, I'm kind of checking some stuff on my phone here. Vicky Kawaguchi takes the first two pitches in for 2 strikes, and J-Mon is here. Oh, J-Mon is usually on our
Pokemon videos. He is here now, and he witnesses, along with the rest of us, a first pitch ball. Jay Green's going to come in. I guess that was too many trick pitches for Sally Dobbs. Notices a little, whoa, that is a curvy if I've ever seen one. And a little electric guitar emoji there by J-Mon. So I guess it's supposed to be like dee-nee-nee-nee. Strong on a miss, strike 3, and Vicky Kawaguchi is out. That's disappointing.
It's disappointing how little chat there is.
That's still, I'm not gonna get rid of it.
This one's for you, Teddy.
If I wasn't here, I'd chat.
Which reminds me, I haven't heard anything from Tanya yet. I would hope that she's on the way back from her trip. So there's going to be a new episode of her show tomorrow. Luann is going, Luann's moving, and Luann is safe. We can always count on Luann.
Oh no, she's at the studio now, recording. I saw something on her social.
Just be like,
As you can
Crawling
tell,
or social
I've
like
modeled my
that.
stance off the great
We're
big
friends.
Okay, so she's at the studio at Sparkles Candy Glitter Studios, taping presumably her next No More Time episode. This is a weak chopper to the ground. Stephanie had a chance if she really hustled to beat it, as the first baseman was off, but Luann Louie is at second, so a runner is now in scoring position with 2 outs. And Billie Jean Blackwood, who, I guess had the highlight of her season, a deep fly ball to left center that just, the field is just, the dimensions are just too deep for that to be anything. First pitch to Billie Jean is in there for strike 1. And there's no such thing as a wild pitch or anything like that in backyard baseball, as that is swung on for strike 2. I think we can clearly tell that you really actually have to have, like, this bat icon really does mean something. And that's a strike? Are you serious? On the high outside corner? Wow. Inning over. But we're halfway through regulation, so cheer up, everyone. It's not so bad. Davey Marion coming in for his second at-bat as a pop-up on the infield. Billie Jean, Sydney who wants it. It's long legs Billy for the first out. Jay Green in, and the first pitch is fouled away. First strike 1. Today, again, Memorial Day in the United States, wherever you're joining us from. I hope you are having a wonderful 27th of May. It's been raining here where I am today. And it's actually been nice to have some rain. Grounder right back to Sydney, right over the first for the out. Henry Deschênes with that inside the park home run. Let's put the defense back. He fouls out the first pitch. First strike 1. Again, it was a weird sequence of how that happened. And he's gonna bunt, perhaps because he's really fast and the infield was back. Wow, that's actually some smart AI by the computer. And Deschênes is on first.
Tyler, why you texting me during your stream? Yo, you're a weirdo, bro.
We're friends. We're colleagues.
You're weird.
Sally Dobbs, the starting pitcher for the Red Sox, who has moved to second base, now steps in. And, wow. Deschênes is running. Yeah, he's going to be safe. He's going to be safe. I think that's the first time we've actually seen someone run on us. And now we got this weird thing going on where he's out now. Hooray. Okay. Maybe the computer's not as smart as I think it is. And I'll bring Andy Frazier up now to the bottom of the third. First pitch is a ball. Well, you guys got Tanya laughing.
Is she talking about the cat?
No, that's again, that's what she says my name is. She thinks Jake is Tyler, Joey is Jeremy. At least I could get the letter with Jerry and Joe. Start over. Jeremy and Joey I can understand because of the J's, but Tyler I don't know. I mean, he does. You do kind of look like your name would be Tyler. Yeah, well, whatever. There's a walk! Yay! Yay! Annie Fraser walks again.
Here I go.
So it brings up Kenny Kawaguchi, and again, I feel like there just has to be some movement on the bases, and I'm just going to go for it. We're just going to run as hard as we can, and let it be that. Here she goes. That's a good throw. And yep, out by a whole football field.
Oh, hi, Tanya.
Oh, see, she said say hi to Tabitha for me. Well, you saw it before I did, so there you go. Popped up, pitcher, out.
Wait. So wait, Tabitha, have you and Tanya actually, like, met?
We had like a brief, like kind of ran into each other. It was kind of like before she went on her trip. It was like she was leaving the studio as I was coming in. It was kind of one of those things. So a brief chat.
But she got your name correct.
Is it because it's over text?
Well, then, if that were the case, she would have my name and your name correct.
I don't know if it's a girl thing. And speaking of girl things, yeah, strike out, hooray.
I mean, it could be. We're all about the girl power thing.
Yeah, but okay, I'm trying to think of it now. Okay, so calls me Jeremy. Liner to left field. This is going to be a home run off the log in left field, that jerky little log that acts as a wall, and Sally Dobbs lines one out for the second run of the game for the Red Sox. They're up 2-0. I guess she did got in her wheelhouse. I never really knew. Well, Sally Dobbs has like a 6 or a 7 in every single skill category, so that's the kind of home run she's going to hit.
I just wish our team did.
So it's a 2-0 game, and Sydney Weber is still out there, and Tanya says, I say everyone's names right. I don't know, maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. But they're saying, so she calls me Jeremy, calls Gary Garfield or Mr. Garfield, calls Jake Tyler, but I'm trying to think. So she's called Joey from the future. I don't know why she hasn't called him Jeremy from the future. Then she knows Bernadette's name. She knows Tommy Hahn, knows like one of her crushes. Liner to center, but Luann is able to relay this to Kenny to get Nomar Garciaparra out for the second out here in the top of the fifth. The Red Sox have a 2-0 lead on 2 home runs, 1 out of the park, 1 inside the park. Well, Bernadette is her studio director. And then Cowboy Amos Payne, she's just called Mr. Hat or Mr. Cowboy Hat. I guess, I guess you either have to be a girl or a crush or whatever. But it's funny because she's just so sweet that, I can't even really get mad at it. Oh, okay, Terry Bone just all of a sudden had a cannon for an arm for the final out of the frame. And we go to the bottom of the fifth, now down 2-0. Well, good news, that probably means this game will not go to the 10th inning.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make a hit. If that's okay.
It doesn't bother me. It's just a question mark over my head.
I mean, yeah, she's a sweet girl, so I can't get mad either. It's just crazy how this girl, we give her the weekend off, and then she just still floods the strike rate. So can we go back to that whole, because that meeting the other day. So that was you in the future attending a meeting in the present, and you were there as well?
Yep.
All right. So again, I was really hungover that day. What? Why? Why? How?
Jake, do you know anything about this?
I guess, like, he is, I want to say it's just like you can time travel if you're from the future, and he's just there. I mean, when he comes to the past, he's not going to be in different clothing.
Bro, that was trippy. Like, I was sitting right in between that guy from the deli and Joey from the future while I'm listening or trying to listen to Joey from the present talk, and I was just losing it. Then that bear started talking. Yeah, that's Bernadette. Yeah, whatever. That bear started talking, and I just couldn't. But okay, cool. I mean, that's great.
That is great. Vicky Kawaguchi is in, and honestly, the conversation between the four of us here has been way more entertaining than actually paying attention to this game. So we're just gonna let it keep going here and see whatever happens.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Strike out.
So did you just raspberry our own player?
Yep. So,
Swing!
You good?
yeah, it was like a sneeze or a tingle or something.
It seemed like a Jake Summer exorcism there. Well, we're at the top of the sixth. This is the final regulation inning, and that means less suffering for us. Great, sure, let's keep these one-pitch outs going. Holly Franklin now, after a one-pitch out from her friend. Sydney Weber will give it up to you. This has been a good outing for you. Is this going to be a pop-up home run? It's the left field. The contact was weak, and Ricky Johnson catches it at the log, at the wall. And what a wonderful highlight for your season, Ricky Johnson. Defensive play. Doesn't score you any runs. Davey Marion now 0 for 2. First pitch fouled away. 0-2 count. It's getting hot in this basement too. I've had these dehumidifiers. I had to turn the one off because it would have been way too loud, and you'd hear it on the stream. Who wants it? Come on, what was that? What was that?
Jockstrap cleaning time. Nobody wants the ball.
To say the least, I don't know what the heck that was. Jay Green, the pitcher, who did not start at pitcher, and now we got a steal attempt. Terry Bones throw. Wow, when you see the catchers that the other teams have, you can really see just how terrible Terry Bone is.
I'm gonna ace this one.
Sure you are. Oh, it's cute. It's a pun. It's like tennis. To the right side, a ground ball. Andy Frazier's going to have to get over there in time, and is able to get on the bag to get the third out. Last chance for the Bombers, down 2-0. We go to the ninth.
So, can I get a Jake from the future?
Do you want me like? Are you asking me like acquire you a Jake from the future? What, do you think I just make these things happen? Don't answer that out loud. Luann Louis takes the second pitch on the outside edge for strike one.
Is there? I mean, a Gary from the future will probably be a skeleton, right?
Never know.
Is there a Joey from the past too?
There is. I didn't get a response from him about the meeting. I mean, he has very limited communication tools, being that he's like a cave drawing era being and all. And a swing and a miss and a strike three for Luann Louis, and there goes our hopes of a speedy base runner.
I think we need to let the subscribers and viewers decide where do we go from here, because this is awful.
Tabitha, I appreciate how you say that still with such a positive, bubbly tone. Stephanie Morgan takes the first pitch for a strike like she always does.
Just doing my best to be the best. Whoa.
Yeah, unnecessary fireball outside. And that's going to bring up that little butt face, Henry de Schunz, after hitting the, really, let's be honest, that was the decisive inside the park home run. Like we pretty much lost all morale momentum after that. I mean, we lost morale momentum from the second we started this game. And a swing and a miss on the slow ball. And they are now down to their final out on this Memorial Day weekend special. And the Bombers are looking like they are going to be 1-7. And if you had bets on the over, you better hope Billie Jean Blackwood hits a home run right here. Swung and a missed. Yeah, may as well swing at it, right? You never know. And now the Bombers are down to their final strike. Deshuns with the 0-2. It's one of those laugh balls. Billie Jean makes contact on the infield, and it's taken by Garciaparra across the diamond for the final out and the final play of our Memorial Day weekend special. The Boston Red Sox, the backyard Red Sox, have won this game by a final of 2-0. And they go to 500 so far, 8 games into the season at 4-4. And the Bombers, surprise, surprise, are now 1-7. They 2 betting lines on the day: the -2.5 for the Red Sox and the over 2.5, which really you'd have to it seems like a countering bet there, because you'd have to have one for the other to happen, but. Neither did. So you placed a bet, you lost, and this is where we are now. So this is life. Let's go around for some. What was everyone? What do you think?
I'm glad that I wasted what's supposed to be a lovely holiday weekend at the beach or whatever, with the grandkids, my dogs, and cracking open a beer. Whiskey, of course, whiskey beer if possible, and I spent it with you 3 lovely people. I don't mean that to be sarcastic, and it's been great meeting Tabitha. She's actually very, very, very pleasant to work with. Thank you. But this sucks. I hate no's. I don't hate you, Joey, but I mean, in a way I do. No, I get it. So. That's what I think, and I'm gonna have a lot of whiskey tonight. There's still some barbecue left over from the party I had to leave yesterday, and I might even partake in other recreational substances. Oh, cool! Can I come? Never. Actually, you know what? That's mean. All right, you could join in. Yeah, you guys need some time to squash all this animosity. It's the guy's voice. That's what it is. Okay, hang on. Your voice is supposed to be even better. Oh, I'm Gary Nuts, and I hate existence and oxygen. that was actually pretty funny. Sounds nothing like me, but all right. It's not that it sounded like it sounded absolutely nothing like you, but the fact that he said, I hate existence and oxygen. He has said that once before. He came in hungover for a game, and he said that. I don't remember this, but I believe you. As for me, it's just, today, I can't believe we're talking about, at the end of a game, a pop-up to left field, and it being such an unusual thing because of this team's inability to get the ball into the outfield. It makes a difference. And what I guess if we could say somewhat of a positive thing is Sydney Weber really pitched a good game, just 2 fluke home runs. Yeah, Jake, it's true that she did pitch a good game, and just this team needs, there's so many holes in this team, and I know it's great because you want to get all the kids involved, and you're trying to kind of put in a lesson of everyone brings something to the team, but let's be if we're really being honest, some of these kids don't.
Yeah,
Some of them really don't. They don't. They are
I try to be nice, but they suck. And, I just think if your viewers were able to chime in with comments or something and think about what kind of team and what kind of experience they want going forward, this might be more pleasant for all of us.
So with Tanya back in town, are you still going to do these broadcasts, or is it going to be her? Is it going to be both of you?
Well, Mr. Cowboy Amos Payne said it was going to be for the Memorial Weekend. But I'm still kind of available for the channel and anything else that's going on. So we'll see. I think I brought fun to the broadcast. Also added a different animal to the crew.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we even mentioned it, I guess, because we're afraid of discrimination suits. Yeah, you're a giraffe. You're a giraffe. Everyone here is just me with some tacky clip art put on them.
Yeah, and I remember the other day someone said something like I looked like that giraffe from the toy store.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit. I mean, I know you're not, but I can understand somebody, thinking something like that beforehand.
I got it all the time, but at least I'm a cute toy store giraffe. Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Get a room.
Okay. All right. That's it.
This is the network of sports entertainment. Nobody knows sports like we know sports. Yeah, we may not have any of those teams you like, but we have all sport. And if it's not a sport, trust us, we'll find a way to make it one. No.